Let's face it, no group in the history of America has been more marginalized, underrepresented, and ignored by the political elite of this country than the millionaire and billionaire class. That's why today I'm calling on all Americans to help save the endangered elite of our country by supporting Trumpcare, a law designed to give our oppressed millionaires and billionaires, who own almost as much wealth as the bottom 90% of Americans, all the tax breaks they rightfully deserve, so they can buy way more essential things than healthcare, like more yachts and jets and helicopters, which I can assure you will eventually lead to a radical improvement in the health outcome of us all. This is how Trumpcare will work. First, we will radically cut spending from wasteful healthcare programs for the poor, the elderly, and the disabled.
People will die. People with disabilities will die.
Because after all, somebody that produces little to no profitable labor clearly does not deserve to live in basic dignity. So we will slash nearly $800 billion in funding from their Medicaid coverage and healthcare subsidies over the next decade, and then transfer that money to our at-risk millionaires and billionaires in the form of massive tax breaks. And here's the best part. For those overrepresented and privileged Americans making between $10,000 to $15,000 a year, congratulations! You will be getting a tax increase. After all, what's more American than giving people an incentive to become fully self-sufficient?
Child is gonna die, and my family is gonna die, and they don't give a damn about it. They make these decisions for our people behind death.
Now, I know what you're thinking, but Elise, approximately 22 million people will lose their health insurance if we pass Trumpcare. And according to researchers, it could kill an additional 24,000 Americans each year. That's more people than those killed by firearm homicides, skin cancer, and AIDS. It's more people than ISIS kills. But my friends, you're missing the point here. Because if people lose their healthcare subsidies and can't afford to go to the doctor, there are always other options. Like, why don't they sell a kidney? Or even an arm or a leg? People pay a lot for those in the organ trade. Plus, no one is talking about the harm that billionaires would go through if we don't pass Trumpcare. In nominal terms, they would actually suffer way more than people losing their Medicaid coverage. The top 10th of 1% of Americans, for example, could lose $197,000 a year in tax cuts, while the 400 richest people in the country, who have more wealth than half of all Americans combined, could stand to lose $7 million in annual tax breaks apiece. Could you think of anything more sad than that? I can't. That's why I am so grateful for Trumpcare. Because at the end of the day, this will serve as one of the largest transfers of wealth in American history, but from the greedy, lazy working class to the marginalized, struggling rich. They've been taken advantage of for far too long. So I ask all Americans, especially the 88% of you that are against this brilliant legislation, to call your congressmen and senators and throw your full support behind Trumpcare. Gotta love it.
Are you listening?